Vlog day 103. People keep asking me how the heck it is that I got here. I kind of meant to answer that a little bit better sooner, but obviously I was trying to pull off a surprise when I came here, and then also it's just been crazy since I got here. It's almost 4 o'clock. I haven't even left the house yet. So let's cover that today, and then we can move on to whatever other question it is that ends up plaguing me afterwards. Leaf report. They're starting to get redder every day. Look at this. One of the things I like to do is just stop and look at apartments that are for sale, because they list them in the windows of these agencies that you walk by all the time. It's kind of nice to stop and imagine that it's possible, but then you look at the price tags and you're like, can't even afford a bed. I don't even own a bed. The trick is getting off the beaten path. Basically between Trocadero and the Arc de Triomphe is just tourist essentials. So just on the corner right over here, it's like €4 for a coffee, and here it's like 2. So high is this. So you'll recall that why I went to the island was to figure stuff out, right? For one, I just needed some time alone in a hot, sweaty place to just kind of clear my head. And I had plenty of time to think, plenty of time to kind of just wrestle through that restlessness and I don't know, not that I got myself figured out by any means, but took some steps. Another big part of the reason I was there was that I needed a kickstart. Like, I hadn't done anything for 8 months as far as like the traveling side of things and being in places where I wanted to be. And I could feel myself kind of slowing down and just getting sucked in a way that I wasn't gonna come back to a place like this that I love. So 2 ways that I know that I'm not healthy. One is that I don't want to be around people. And 2 is that I don't have a jonesing to get to Paris. Like, that's one of the constants in my life, is wanting to be in this city. And a couple of months ago, I didn't really care. And that's a bad sign. So while I was on the island, I started to feel better. One, I was away from people and I couldn't really be around people that much, so that started to change. Like, I really wanted to be around people again. And 2, like, I was planning on being there around 6 weeks. It was a loose plan. But about a week before I left and came here, like, I started to feel that gust of that, you know, that if you're a ship with no wind in your sails and you're dead in the water, as soon as you start to feel a gust of breeze, you go with it, right? Like, you take it. And for me, I started to feel that desire to get back to Paris. Like, after my time on the island and after going to NerdCon, I was like, then hopefully I'll be able to go to Paris. But I had no idea what was going to happen after that. I still have no idea what's going to happen after that. And so I just kind of realized, if I may not be able to go back, and I really want to be there, and I have time now, and I have airline miles, so why don't I go? The thing is that I haven't felt a sense of direction like that in years. Like, I did when I joined Mercy Ships. I knew that I needed to go there. I did when I came to Paris the first time. I really knew that I wanted to live here and take advantage of the opportunity that was in front of me to do that. But I left the ship in a haze. Like, I left because I had to. When I left the ship, it was more a matter of self-care than anything else. Like, I just needed to go. I took a job back in the States. I traveled. I made some money for a while, but I really didn't know what the heck I was doing. I didn't really know. I mean, I knew I wanted to write. And I knew that I wanted to be healthier. But that was about it. And honestly, living life on the road by yourself for a couple of years, not the healthiest way to go about getting healthy, but oh well. To meet my friend Holly for dinner, so dinner time. The world is your tripod, and sometimes it'll eject your camera. To answer that question, yeah. I'm done with the island for now. I'm sure I'll go back someday. I'm sure that's not the last that we'll see of Indy. And that was sad. You guys missed out on that. I did film some goodbye footage, which was just sad. I love Indy, but I'm sure I'll see you again someday. There she is. I left my tripod at home. Also, I set this up and then the tourists happened, so we couldn't do the walking into the restaurant thing. So I give it an A for effort, B- for results. Not a bad spot. Also, I forgot that it's French Friday, and what was I going to say for French Friday? One of the segments that I used to do when I lived in France was called French Friday. So every Friday I do like a little segment on something about French culture, something that I learned, something that, you know, is really cool. Let me look really quick. It's the world's fanciest cheese stick.